Hello everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the Finance 360-degree sessions where we cover all the relevant and important finance current affairs and the RBI notifications which are important from your exam point of view. Let it be the RBI grade B, the NABARD grade A or the SEBI grade A. And in today's session, such a very important finance current affair I have brought for you, that is regarding the Reserve Bank of India Digital Payments Index. Now, if you remember that recently in the NABARD grade A, there was a direct descriptive question from the Financial Inclusion Index. And in the SEBI also, in the RBI also, the RBI's Digital Payment Index question can come directly in the objective section, in the descriptive section of the examination in the RBI grade B examination. So you can understand that how important this news article is. Okay, so I can see many good mornings. So good morning Mehak, Saurish, Shalini, Ankita, Vishwajit, Aditya and Ayush. So good morning to all of you and welcome to the class. Today we are going to discuss the RBI's Digital Payment Index completely. We are going to have the complete clarity about this index, which is very important from your exam point of view, from the objective and from the descriptive point of view also. So now before starting with this very important topic, do subscribe to the YouTube channel and join our Telegram channel. In the Telegram channel, you are going to get the PDF of the session. Okay. So now, see, the RBI Digital Payment Index has been released for September 2023. This was released in January. It was released in January 2024. So it was released on 31st January 2024. The RBI's Digital Payment Index for the September 2023 has been released on January 2024, on the 31st January 2024. Okay, so the RBI has been publishing a composite Reserve Bank of India Digital Payment Index since January 1st, 2021. What is this Digital Payment Index? This actually captures the extent of the digitization that has happened of the digitization of the payments that has happened and the extent of the penetration that is happening of the digital payments. So this is the idea for the Digital Payment Index, that the extent of the digitization that has happened of the payments, the penetration of the digital payments that has happened in the country. So that is seen through the Digital Payment Index, and this is the index that provides us the complete understanding that okay, the digital payments are improving in our country, they are spreading in our country in what measure. Okay, so this is the idea that the Reserve Bank of India has been publishing the composite Reserve Bank of India Digital Payment Index since January 1st, 2021, and here for the index the base year is taken as March 2018. So this is the base year. That means against this year, every other year is being compared, every other index is being compared against this year, and this year the value is taken as 100. Okay, so now the index for the September 2023 stands at 418.77 as against the 395.57 for the March 2023. So remember that this is a semi-annual index. The Digital Payment Index is released on semi-annual basis. That means it is released for March 2024, let's say, and it is released for September 2024. So every year this is the index that is released, that is for the March and for the September. The index is released with the lag of 4 months. So for the September 2024, the index will be released on January 2025. And for the March 2024, the index will be released in July 2024. So you can understand that it is the index that is released on semi-annual basis. It is released for March and September months, and this is the index that is released with the lag of 4 months. That means for March of every year, the index will be released in July. For September of every year, the index will be released in next of the January. Okay, so this is the idea. So I hope you understand that the index for the September 2023 has been released and it stands at 418.77. This is the index that is released in January 2024. And the previous index was the March 2023 one, which was released in July 2023. Okay, and you can see that the index has actually improved from March 2018, which is the base year, which is the base value, that is 100. From 100, the value has increased to 418.77 in just the period of 5 years. And from 395.57, which was the previous index value, now the index value has increased to 418.77. So this is a big jump that we can see. Okay. So now The next point is that the digital payments rise 10.94% annually at September end 2023. So this is the idea that if we see annually from the September 2022 to September 2023, there is the 10.94% increase that we have seen annually. Okay, so annually from September 2022 to September 2023, we can say that there is the 10.94% of the rise that we have seen in the digital payments. Now, how the digital payment index is being constructed? So what is the basis of the construction of the digital payment index? So RBI DPI, the digital payment index, it comprises of 5 broad parameters, and the digital payment index, it depends on 5 broad parameters that enable the measurement of deepening and the penetration of the digital payments that are happening in all over the country over the different time periods. So you can understand that how we are going to measure that the digital payments has deepened, has penetrated to the country or not, or there is the vast adaptation that is happening, the fast and the very fast adaptation that is happening of the digital payments or not. So how we are going to see that, how we are going to see the penetration? So that is through the 5 broad parameters. We can see the deepening and the penetration of the digital payments in the country over different time periods. So first parameter is the payment enablers. It is the internet, it is the mobile phones that enable the payment to happen. Okay, if you have internet on your mobile phone, you can easily make the payments through the UPI system, through any of the Google Pay, Phone Pay that you have. Okay, so this is the payment enablers, that is the internet. Also you need mobile phone, even if you have the feature phones, even you have the button phones, through that also you can make the digital payments. Okay, through that also you can make the payments. And now the RBI has released such facilities like the UPI Lite for the small payments, as well as the RBI has also released such facilities that without the internet also you can make the small payments. So the internet is the payment enabler, the mobile phone is the payment enabler, the Aadhaar enabled payments, digital payments can also happen. Bank accounts are required. Participants and the merchants are required. Okay, so participants and the merchants are required for these are the payment enablers. Then there is the payment infrastructure demand side. Like you are in the demand side, you are demanding the payment infrastructure to make the payments. Okay, so on the demand side, what you require the debit card, you require the credit card, because then you will be able to swipe in on the POS machines, you will be able to use the point of sale machines that the merchants have. So in the demand side, you require the debit cards, credit cards, you require the wallets. So there are the Paytm wallets, there are the different wallets that is there on which you are uploading the money, you are putting the money. So they are the prepaid payment instruments. So beforehand you are putting the money in the wallets, so that through the wallets you can make the transactions faster, you can make the payments faster. Then there is the customers registered mobile and internet banking. The FASTags are also there. So you can understand that, like before I used to see that there are long lines that have been there on the toll. So many of the people, they had to wait for hours to go through the toll because they had to make the payments through the cash, or they had to make the payments through the card. With the FASTags coming, it has become very easy that directly through the cameras, the scan is happening of the FASTag code, and then you can move on. Okay, so the FASTags have made everything very easy, and this has made the digital payments even easier for crossing the tolls. Payment infrastructure supply side. Now, if you require the debit cards, credit cards, there is the POS machines, the ATMs that are required, the QR codes that are required to make the payments. So demand side, that how you are going to make the payment. Supply side, that how the other person is going to receive the payments, or how the other person is going to provide you the different services. So the banks require the bank branches to provide the different services. The ATMs are required, the POS terminals are required, because how you are going to make the payments through the debit card, credit card. The other side, the supply side, the merchants, they should have the POS machines. So that is the payment infrastructure is also required in the supply side, from the merchant side, from the bank side. Okay, then the intermediaries are also required. Then there is the payment performance. Okay, we have understood that the demand, like on the demand side, we have the cards, we have the FASTags and such and such. On the supply side, there is the POS terminals, there is the QR codes that are present, bank branches are present in the far off areas also. So how the payments are performing, how the digital payments are performing. So that is seen through the digital payment systems, through the volume the increase that has happened in the digital payment volume, the value of the total digital payments, the value of the total digital payments that has happened, how many unique users, how many new users have been added in the digital payment system, and how many new users have started using the digital payment system, the paper clearing, the currency in circulation, the cash withdrawals that are happening. So through all of this, it is seen that the payment performance, how the payment performance is happening. If the cash withdrawals are less, that means there are more of the digital payments that are happening. Without withdrawing the cash, you are able to make the transactions. Like before, you had to go to the ATM to withdraw the cash, to give to the ration shop, or to give to the maid, or to give to the house helpers. But now even the house helpers, they also have the UPI ID, and you are just sending them the money through the UPI ID. So you can understand that how fast, how efficient the system has become. Now the cash withdrawals are decreasing, and this is showing the improvement in the payment performance, the penetration and the deepening of the digital payments. Now consumer centricity. We have understood that, okay, supply side, demand side, there is the infrastructure that is required, payment enablers that are required, payment performance has to be seen. Then the consumers have to be made aware about. Like there is a house helper that helps in the house. So she didn't had a UPI ID. So the mother of like my mother, she made her aware, like the house helper, that how the house helper can start using the UPI very easily. So now she has also started using the UPI. So you can understand that consumer centricity means that we have to make the people aware. We have to make the people around us more aware about the digital payments. So there is the awareness and education that is being spread by the Reserve Bank of India, by the government of our country. They are trying to spread the awareness and education about the digital payments. There is the financial literacy that is being promoted. Declines have to be reduced if the other person is not able to get the payment. So you can understand that you will also be in a troublesome situation that, okay, your payment has been deducted, but the other person didn't get the payment. So you both will be in a troublesome situation because of the declines. So declines should be happening less. Okay, complaints. Now less complaints should be happening, less frauds should be happening, then only you can trust the digital payments more. Why there are many of the people that do not do the digital payments? Because they are afraid that what if the money is deducted from our account just like that? What if the payment is not made? Okay, and the money has been deducted from our account. So there is less frauds that has to be promoted, that the frauds has to be reduced, and complaints has to be catered to in a faster manner, and system downtime should be less. Okay, that payment should happen even faster. So that is consumer centricity, that the consumers should be the focus area here, that the consumers have to be made more aware, and the frauds has to be reduced to increase the dependence, to increase the usability of the digital payments. I hope this much is clear. Any confusion till here? So these are the five broad parameters that enable the measurement of the deepening and penetration of the digital payments. How many debit cards, how many credit cards are being issued, how many of the POS terminals, how many of the QR codes, how many of the bank branches are being expanded, the payment performance, the volume, the value, the cash withdrawals, how much they are reducing, how much the value and volume of the digital payments is increasing, how much awareness is being spread, how much frauds are being reduced. So these all are the instruments, these all are the variables through which these are the five broad parameters that enable the measurement of deepening and penetration of the digital payments. Clear? Nice. Only Shibanand understood? What about the other 44 people? So give me a thumbs up very fast. Let's move forward then. So we have understood that these are the five broad parameters that enable the measurement of the deepening and penetration of the digital payments. Okay, so it is payment enablers, payment infrastructure demand side, payment infrastructure supply side, payment performance, consumer centricity. These are the five broad parameters. Now, how, like, do they have the same weightage? Are they similarly important in the index? Okay, nice. Everything is clear, I can see to all of you. Nice. So let's move forward now. These are the five broad parameters. Now they have different weightage depending on the importance. So first, like, how we can see the deepening and the penetration of digital payments. So that is seen through the volume and value of the digital payments. When the volume and value of the digital payments is increasing, we can directly see that, okay, what is happening? Digital payments is expanding. Digital payment are there are more people that have started using the digital payments. Okay, when there are the unique users that have been added, that means penetration of the digital payment is happening, deepening of the digital payment is happening. So the payment performance has the highest weightage in the index, in the digital payment index. Okay, the highest importance is given to the payment performance. The second highest importance is given to the payment enablers. You should have mobile phones, you should have internet, okay, then only you will be able to make the digital payments. So second highest importance is given to the payment enablers. The third highest importance, or the third highest weightage, is given to the payment infrastructure supply side, then the payment infrastructure demand side, and then at last the consumer centricity. Okay, so these are the weightage. Payment performance has the 45% of the weightage in the Reserve Bank of India digital payment index. Then the weightage is with 25% weightage payment enabler, 15% weightage payment infrastructure supply side, 10% weightage payment infrastructure demand side, 5% weightage to consumer centricity. Remember this very clearly. In the RBI grade B 2021 examination, there was a direct question that came from the weightage. Okay, and such question can be expected now also, because this digital payment index is continuously in news. The descriptive question can also come on the deepening and the penetration of the digital payment index, or deepening and the penetration of the digital payments in the country. What steps are being taken by the government? What steps are being taken by the Reserve Bank of India? And you can use this digital payment index to show that the digital payments are actually improving in the country. Okay. Now RBI DPI, that is the Reserve Bank of India digital payment index, has been constructed with March 2018 as the base period. That I have told you that March 2018 is taken as a base year. So for any index, for the consumer price index, for the wholesale price index, there is the base year that is taken. Base year that is taken, because you are comparing the digital payments with some previous year, right? That now the digital payments has improved. How do you know that they have improved? Because you are comparing it with some base year. Okay, because in 2018 there were less digital payments that were happening. Now there are more digital payments that are happening. So you have to compare, like if the deepening penetration of the digital payments is happening or not, you have to compare it with some base years, with some previous year. So that is March 2018, that is taken as a base year for the digital payment index. Now the March 2018 is set at 100, that the value of the March 2018 is 100. Now how much improvement is happening, that we will see, that how much increase in the index value that is happening. Okay. So now RBI DPI is published on RBI's website on a semi-annual basis, that I have told you. From March 2021, it was said that the RBI DPI, that is the RBI Digital Payment Index, it is published on RBI's website on a semi-annual basis. For March 2020, for March and for September, they are released. For March, they are released with a lag of 4 months. That is, for the March, the data is released in the July end, and for September, the data is released in January end, January of the next year end. So that is the idea, that RBI DPI is published on RBI's website on a semi-annual basis from the March 2021 onwards with a lag of 4 months. Okay. So this is the whole idea, that on January 1st, 2021, the RBI introduced the digital payment index. So remember this, that on January 1st, 2021, RBI released a notification, RBI released a press release, and RBI introduced the digital payment index in the country with the 5 broad parameters, with the percentages that, okay, payment performance is given the highest weightage. And at that time, it was said that the RBI DPI will be constructed with March 2018 as the base period, that will have the score of 100. The DPI for March 2019 and March 2020 work out to be this much. That means, see, in January 2021, we already had the data for the March 2019, for the March 2020. And so before the 2021, you will say here, see here, that for before, in January 2019, in January 2021, the DPI, Digital Payment Index, was introduced in the country. So after that, it was said that from March 2021, the index will be released on the semi-annual basis. For before that, the RBI had released the data point just in one go, that, okay, the RBI said that for before that, after the 2018, we have the data points, we have the data, so let's compare it and let's give the index out. Okay, so this is the idea. that going forward, RBI said that the RBI DPI shall be published on RBI's website on a semi-annual basis from the March 2021 onwards with a lag of 4 months. Okay, so for the March and for the September, every year for the March and September, the digital payment index is being released. For the March, the release is on in July of the year, and for September, the release of the index is on January next year. So this is the whole idea. So RBI DPI index. Now coming back to the news article, what has happened? That the Reserve Bank of India digital payment index has increased to 418.77 from 395.57. Okay, if we compare it from the 100 base, so you can understand that from 100, the RBI digital payment index has increased to 418.77. So from 100 to nearly 400. So that is a big jump that we have seen from 2018 to 2023. And the RBI DPI index has increased in September 2023 across all the parameters, across all the 5 broad parameters that we have to measure the digital payment index. And this was driven particularly by the growth that has been seen in the payment enablers, that has been seen in the payment performance, and that has been seen in the consumer centricity across the country over the period. That's why in 2023, there is the big jump that has happened in the digital payment index. And you can see that the digital payment index is continuously increasing in the country. There is the penetration and deepening of the digital payment index that is continuously increasing in the country. Okay, so this is the index series since its inception as under. So RBI introduced the digital payment index in January 2021, and after that, from March 2021, there was regular release of the data index that has happened with the lag of 4 months. Okay, so this is it, the news article. Now I will show you the questions. So this is the first news article. This is the first question. I hope you will be easily able to answer this question. Very easy question. And this is the second question that you have to. This is the second question that you have to answer. Okay. See, knowing a news article deeply is very important. You have seen that I have discussed with you ONDC deeply, and it came directly in the examination. So we have discussed the UPI prepaid, like the credit lines, the pre-credit lines we had discussed. That also came in depth in the descriptive answer writing. So these news articles, you can use it in your descriptive answer writing, as well as the questions that have come from the RBI website, from the finance current affairs. They are also very in-depth. They are coming in phase 1 as well as in phase 2. So you cannot lag and you cannot think that, okay, I should leave this particular point. That you cannot do. Okay. So these are the 2 questions that you have to answer. Now a big announcement from EduTap that we have brought for you, the comprehensive guidebook for RBI, NABARD and SEBI, so that through a single guidebook, you can get many of your queries answered. Okay, if you want to get the answer that what is the syllabus, what is the pattern of the examination, from where, which sources should I study, as well as the previous year questions if you want to get, so that is provided with this single guidebook. So you can easily download this guidebook. That is absolutely free of cost. The link is provided in the description box below. Okay. So this is it. And do comment down below the answer of the 2 questions, as well as if you have any query, you can also comment down below, or you can call us here, you can mail us here. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the session. मैम पंचायत राज रिपोर्ट डिस्क्रिप्टिव राइटिंग के लिए आ सकता है क्या कि बस MCQ बेस्ड ही आएगा? See, it can come in the MCQ based, it can also come in the descriptive answer writing. You should have some of the points, like at least have 8 points in your mind. Like you are studying it from the objective point of view. So just have 8 to 9 points in your mind from the report, I will say. Okay, that is the minimum points that you should have from a report. You are most welcome. I'm your live class on EduTap app. My live class for the finance current affairs, I take it on YouTube on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday 10 AM. Okay. So if you want to get enrolled in the course, you can call us here. So the team will connect with you, okay? Or you can mail us here, the team will connect with you. So this is it from my side. Try to give the answer in the comment section, and then I will know that how you are performing okay, because there are the students that are continuously giving the right answer. So I know that, okay, these are the students that are doing very well. And if you have any query also, you can comment down below. I will cater to that query. Okay, so thank you very much for coming to the session. It was wonderful connecting with you. Thank you so much. Just if you have started from Feb, just wait for the notification. If the notification comes out in July and you think that, okay, schemes I have to do for the January, then you can do. Otherwise, I will say if you have started from Jan, continue the pace. Okay. Okay. So finance current affairs or the finance 360. The finance 360. It happens on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Then you have CT 360 that happens on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 5 p.m. Then you have Perspective 360 that happens on Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 5 p.m. Okay. And you also have schemes session with the Diksha ma'am. So that happens on Monday, Wednesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. So the schemes session with Diksha ma'am, it happens on Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Okay. So thank you very much for coming to the session.